let's take a look at exercise 41 from section 3.4. We want to write the equation of the line parallel to y equal 2/5 x plus 7/5 that passes through the point -1, 3. We want to type an equation using slope-intercept form or using the given point and point-slope form. So we want to use integers or simplified fractions for any numbers in the equation. So we want to call the line that we're given, whose equation we're given, we want to call that line that has this equation L2. We also want to remember that L1, the line we're trying to find, is parallel to L2. The line and L2 is the line whose equation is given. So L1 and L2 are parallel, and L1, the line we're trying to find, passes through the point -1, 3. Now the equation of L2, as I mentioned already, is the equation that's given above. Y equal 2/5 x plus 7/5. The slope of L2 is 2/5. Since L1 and L2 are parallel, they'll have the same slope. What that means is that the slope of L1, the line whose equation we're trying to find, is also 2/5. So M2, the slope of L2, is 2/5. So the line given has slope 2/5, the line whose equation is given, and so does the line L1, whose slope and equation we're trying to find. So M2, the slope of L2, is 2/5, and so is M1, the slope of L1. Remember, L1 is the line we're trying to find. The point-slope form of the line equation is y minus y1 equals m1 times x minus x1, where x1 is -1. That's the x-coordinate of the point that our line we're trying to find, L1, passes through. And then y1 is 3, the y-coordinate of the point whose line equation we're trying to find passes through. So our line whose equation we're trying to find passes through this point -1, 3. So x1 is -1, y1 is 3. M1 is the slope of this line, which is 2/5. Okay, so remember, the point-slope form of the line equation is y minus y1 equals the slope, which we called m1, times x minus x1. So let's fill that information in to this formula. Okay, so that gives us y minus 3 equals 2/5 times the difference, x minus -1. We can simplify x minus -1 to x plus 1. So when I subtract a negative, that's the same as adding a positive. So the equation becomes y minus 3 equals 2/5 times the sum, x plus 1. Using the distributive property on the right side, we get y minus 3 equals 2/5 x plus 2/5. So that's what we get. my autocorrect came in and made those y's capital, but they should be lowercase. They should either all be capital or all be lowercase. And since I've been using a lowercase y, I want to continue using a lowercase y. All right, and now I simply need to add 3 to both sides of this equation. So to get the y by itself on one side, I'm going to add 3 to both sides of the equation. So I added 3 here, and I'll also, down the left side of the equation, I'll also add a 3 on the right side of the equation. So now I have y equals 2/5 x plus 2/5 plus 3. So that's what I have so far. And a lot of times your calculator will have a fraction button, and normally that fraction button on the calculator looks something like A, B over C. It usually looks something like that. And so in this particular case, we can add using our calculator, or we can just add on our own. And I'm going to go ahead and add on our own. I need to rewrite 3 so that it has a denominator of 5, but it's still equivalent to 3. So I'm going to multiply 3 times 5 over 5. And that's how I'm going to get that rewritten with a common denominator. So y equals 2/5 x plus 2/5 plus 15 over 5. And we know that 15 divided by 5 is 3. So this is y equals 2/5 x plus 17 over 5. Now I want to point out that you not only could have, there really are 3 things you could have put in for the answer based on what the problem's instructions said. You could have actually put this in, this y minus 3 equals 2/5 times the difference, x minus -1. That could have been the answer. The line below that, y minus 3 equals 2/5 times the sum x plus 1, could have been entered as the answer. And wait a minute, this is, all right, this very last line, here could have also been entered as the answer. So any 3 of those highlighted lines could have been the answer. The reason is, and let me just highlight what these are. This is the point slope form of the line equation, which is also what this is. This is also the point slope form of the line equation. So both of these are the point slope form of the line equation. And then here I have the slope intercept form of the line equation. of line L1. And these are also of line L1, both of these. Okay, so let's look back at the instructions. Notice the instructions say type an equation using slope-intercept form or using the given point in point-slope form. So based on that, we could have entered either of these three equations as the answer to this problem. Okay, I hope that helps.